I'm very grateful for this convening that we have been organizing for quite some time in the year, being the first among the three that of the D4GA convenings that are going to be held this year.
For the third convening in 2024 for CSOs in Eastern Africa, the theme on human rights is apt. We are using human rights to mainstream issues of education, elections, transitional justice, peace and security, and climate change.
The Data for Governance Alliance is important to us as an evidence-based and a rule of law organization. How strategic it was this morning as I was thinking about this presentation for you to be in Kenya at a time that the continent's Gen Z, this generation of activism, is watching what's happening with Kenya with close eyes.
Let me take a few minutes to speak about the question of human rights, governance and democracy, and why we are convening here, because we are in very different times across Africa today, actually globally. Democracy is under attack. Democracy is backsliding, if we can use that term.
There is therefore need for CSOs to implement robust monitoring and evaluation frameworks to assess the impact of these interventions on human rights and transitional justice. Additionally, CSOs should invest in capacity building initiatives to enhance legal advocacy skills among human rights defenders. Use of evidence-based arguments, that is the one provided by Afrobarometer, survey data, will strengthen CSOs in advocacy participation and awareness creation.
My name is Mary Zobo, and I am the Advocacy Program Manager for the Center of the Study of Violence and Reconciliation. And I'm participating at the Data for Governance Alliance convening here in Nairobi, Kenya. For the first time since the inception of the D4GA, for short, consortium, transitional justice have actually been added to the program, and it's quite exciting times, I would say.
Data is power. If you have data, then you are doing advocacy, because what is measurable is able to be changed. If you cannot measure something, then that means you cannot change it. So it's unless we have this data and we use the available data and our own data, the African data provided by the Data for Governance Alliance, that we can be able to advocate for the African issues and bring change in the African context to promote Agenda 2063, which is Africa Fit for Everyone.
This is my first time joining this platform, and I learned quite a lot. The opportunities that exist for collaboration between CSOs and human rights organizations and research organizations, especially those under this umbrella. How we can make use of data in our advocacy work.
Well, there are very many ways the CSOs can work with the court. From the judicial perspective, they can file applications before the court after they go through the processes at the national level, of course, to bring to light issues of human rights violations.
I am happy to be part of this third convening by the Data for Governance Alliance and the Institute for Development Studies, who have been our long-standing partners on this convening on human rights. It's been a useful and quite informative and engaging sessions so far, and we're happy to be part of this convening. There's been a lot to take away from these forums, because all the thematic sessions, I must say, were very important and relevant to even what we do at Katiba Institute. But one of the most impacting lessons for us was that the need to link use of data in practice. In this case, using data in all our interventions that we do. It's been a challenge.
I would like to congratulate the Data for Governance Alliance for this successful convening of their third East Africa CSOs, civil society organization convenings. It's such a timely convening in Nairobi, given the current protest by the youth, the Gen Z?
I think we need to first and foremost appreciate the work that is being done by the Alliance, and at the same time for institutions like the Afrobarometer, the University of Nairobi Institute of Development, and all the partners that form the Data for Governance Alliance. When you look at development or any policy-related issue, one of the areas which we lack as a continent is the aspect of data. Because you need evidence-based information in order to inform any policy formulation or any policy change that you want to do.
The Nairobi convening has managed to set the tone in terms of what we are expecting for our convenings this year. Particularly important is that we are focusing on the theme of education for this year and how it is affecting our African countries and how best we can make our education fit for the African child.